A good Thursday morning to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. They represent 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Major rainstorm, of course, in progress. And you can ignore some of these outlier reports here. This is not snow at Caledonia County Airport, but this is snow. And this is going to be along the immediate back edge. It's probably good for 1, 2, maybe up to 3 inches. Most of this across our local higher terrain, and this will be moving in. There is a weak wave of low pressure that's moving north and riding this frontal boundary, and you can start to see it by it making a little bit of inroads here with a bit of a northwesterly flow starting to kick up. This arrives basically late today for the evening commute, so heads up, watch out for snow-coated roads and changing weather, and potentially maybe even a flash freeze is a possibility. For this VELCO weather hazards outlook, rainy weather today will quickly go back to winter as a cold front pushes in late today for a period of wet snowfall, roughly about the evening commute, but under thresholds for utility concerns. Gradient wind gusts look marginal, barely worth a mention for Friday. A little bit to the south, southern parts of the Greens, and then northern parts of the Greens, and just a couple bursts of wind. They're very marginal. Dry project weather tries to develop. It could be interfered with by lake effect snow showers and flurries trying to make inroads. The best dry weather tentatively will be Sunday and again on Monday, but we may also see that on a good portion of Saturday. We're looking at light snow showers and flurries in between Sunday and Monday. Next big weather maker, however, will wind up in the lower Great Lakes and push toward the northeast United States. This will spawn a secondary coastal low, a Miller B-type nor'easter, along about Tuesday into Tuesday night of next week. Colder overall weather pattern emerging. This will be heading into February, pushing the storm track to our south due to high latitude blocking. This usually makes for much quieter weather for our neck of the woods here and less utility concerns. However, folks who don't like cold weather and below zero temperatures, it's going to go the other way for you. Taking a look at our current European model with the 6-hourly increments, you can see that wet snow working on the backside a little bit later on this Thursday evening. As we get into Thursday night, it scatters out with a few flurries, and then we just have lake effect, and you can see some of those drift across central and northern parts of Vermont, one from Lake Erie, another from Lake Ontario. This is going to be the case off and on with some snow shower activity, a little bit of makeup snows across the northern Green Mountains. This will continue again into Friday night. You can see that through about 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, you can see a little bit of a lake effect band coming off of Lake Ontario there. And then it suddenly disappears. This is why Saturday might actually turn out to be pretty nice. And then the flow turns a little bit more southwesterly with a trough approaching and a area of low pressure developing over the Great Lakes. That's going to set up good weather for basically Sunday, and that'll last, it looks like, with a little bit of snow showers trying to creep in. You can see this by Monday 12Z. That would be the overnight period, really Sunday night into Monday, and then it's out of here, so things dry out, and a little better shot of weather, it looks like, on Monday. By Tuesday morning, here comes our weather system, and it looks like its heavier effects work in probably after mid to late morning, and this is probably good for a few to several inches of snowfall. The worst case scenario is that the rain and warmer portion of the storm may wrap a little further to the north and west. It's unusual to see this basically this far inland with this particular weather pattern. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. And that would be again along about Tuesday. Now beyond this period, we're looking at a little bit of snow showers and flurries once again from lake effect. And of course colder weather with the main jet stream and storm track being pushed off to the south of us across really the Gulf of Mexico. Weather Prediction Center's 7-day total QPF. You can see that it's mainly an East Coast situation. Definite trough of low pressure with moisture working up the eastern seaboard. And you can see some sort of a storm track, and indeed this is what was going to be moving in for Tuesday night, early to middle part of next week. In terms of weighted temperatures, this is the next 5-day maximum temperatures, and note how cold it is up here. Pretty good slug of cold Arctic air is on the way there for a good portion of the upper Midwest, lower Great Lakes. And you can see we're basically neutral in terms of temperature, but 3 days later, we're getting into some of that cold Arctic air, although this seems to be the default position with this particular air mass at this point in time. Climate Reanalyzer does show where that colder air mass is going to be working into the upper Midwest Great Lakes as this warming begins to push out of the region. For the world, 0.6 of a degree above normal. Northern Hemisphere leads it by 0.8 of a degree. Southern Hemisphere just 0.4 of a degree above normal. The Arctic is now at 0. It's neutral. And you notice up here in the Arctic, it's all blue. That's going to be changing. That's going to go red, and the blue is going to be down into the continents. But we had some pretty anomalous warmth taking place in some parts of Siberia, Eastern Asia, and so forth. Here's the temperature schematic centered on Montpelier, Vermont. You can see today's high temperature is basically in the 40 to 45 degree range. Pretty good fall tonight. We end up at the lows basically in the teens. A little bit of an uptick to around the mid-20s on Friday, and then another fall, and so forth. Nothing super duper extreme. We are going to see some below zero weather here, and the overall trends are downward in temperature, with that high latitude blocking beginning to really control our weather pattern at large. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.